to
Ron Paul for president.
See, anybody asks you why you support Ron Paul, you need to tell them it's because of our kids, man. It's because we actually give a damn. We actually care about our kids, and they care about their future and ours. Now, I'm calling an alert to all the Ron Paul supporters, Occupy Wall Street. Florida primaries tomorrow. They're going to rig it. If you're a Ron Paul supporter since 2008, you already know how it goes. And if you look at the media, they're not giving him any attention. They're going back to 2008 where pretending he doesn't exist. And because he didn't campaign there and didn't have enough money to campaign, they're going to take the opportunity to make his votes as low as possible and make it seem like he needs to get out the race. And who knows, probably after this Florida primary, there'll probably be a lot more people coming out asking for Ron Paul to drop out. I don't be surprised about that. Now, what I'm asking everybody to do with this alert is to go to my Facebook page I just created. I call it Occupy the Mainstream Media for Ron Paul. To me, this is one of the most important things that we can do. I've been thinking about this for a long time, sitting back thinking like, what is it that all of us as American citizens, especially Ron Paul supporters, what is it that we should be doing and that all of us can do instead of just being behind the computer or being on Twitter or on Facebook? And that is, you know, occupying the media. No matter where you live, no matter what town you live in, you can occupy your media. And if all the Ron Paul supporters get together and we form our own groups, we stay in contact, and we form smaller groups in each city, in each county, or wherever, we all need to go to our local media outlets and occupy them. Even if it's 24/7, 24 hours a day, whatever, just like Occupy Wall Street, we need to occupy them. So think about this. If you turn to your local news station, your local news channel at night, 11 News, Channel 10 News, whatever, all of them just about, they're affiliated. If you don't know this already, they're affiliated with the big mainstream outlets, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, CNN, the MSNBC. They're all affiliated. So no matter where you live, they're not that far from you. Unless you're in the boondocks somewhere in the middle of nowhere. But for the most part, they're not that far from you. Every city has it. What we need to do is occupy them. All of us need to come together, exchange information, exchange contact information, and constantly with Ron Paul signs, Ron Paul banners, we need to occupy the media. When they ask us what it is that we want, we are demanding Ron Paul coverage everywhere. And to the point now where I don't even care no more how crazy we sound about it. I don't even care because the thing is, I'm a Ron Paul supporter, diehard supporter. Anybody would tell you, my family, my friends, I would climb mountains for this dude's message. I phone home for him, I donate for him, I do everything I can for him. But I'm not doing this for a cause. I'm not doing this so he can come in second place. I'm not doing this so we can get a seat at the convention or so that the establishment could try to win our votes. I'm not doing it for no other reason but to win. And that is it. I'm not in this for no other reason. Ron Paul has to become president. And all of us that support Ron Paul, why do we do it? That's the reason for, we're telling the establishment, look, we want a peaceful revolution. We want an information revolution, a change of the mind, a change of the state of mind. We don't want to come out in guns. We don't want to come out shooting. We don't want to come out breaking glasses and throwing rocks. But you have to understand something. If Ron Paul doesn't become president, that's what's going to happen. Where are all the Ron Paul supporters going to go? You know what I mean? I'm part of Occupy Wall Street. If Ron Paul don't become president, I'm right out there with them. So we're trying to do this the peaceful way. And so we need to let them know that. Occupy the mainstream media. Occupy every media outlet 24/7, all day, every day. Whatever hours you can make it. We need to have it to where there's always people there, like a shift. Morning shift, night shift, depending on when you work, what your hours are, the weekends, whatever, man. We need to hold it down. We really want Ron Paul to become president. The campaign ain't going to do it on their own, and we've been doing a lot, but I just feel like we need to put all the attention, all of our protest attention on the media. Think about it. The country, the world can change overnight. People say things can't change overnight, and I agree. But if you change the media overnight, you change the state of mind overnight. You change the info war. You change what people are seeing. Just imagine if it said, if the media or reported 1,000 times in one day that Ron Paul gets the most donations from the active military duty. Imagine, I can go down the list, but just imagine if they reported it constantly over and over. You know what I'm saying? For those of us that believe 9/11 was an inside job. What if the CNN came up today, right now, and said, breaking news, George Bush, Dick Cheney, arrested or whatever. Turns out 9/11 is an inside job, or new evidence been found, or Building 7 was an inside job. Just imagine what would go around, how that information would just go crazy, and then all the people that said there was no way it could be an inside job would start changing their mind. Unfortunately, they shouldn't. I mean, they shouldn't change their mind just because it's on CNN or MSNBC. But that's the world we live in. That's the country we live in. People live by talking points and whatever the headline is. So we have to take over that. We need to make it to the point where the local news, your local news, wherever you live, can't even report on nothing else but Ron Paul. They can't get into the building but without going through Ron Paul supporters. That's where it has to be at, man. And you know, that's just my idea. That's just what I think we need to do and what we need to focus on as a Ron Paul supporter, because I'm getting sick of the media coverage. I'm getting sick of hearing about Newt and Mitt Romney every day. And, you know, personally, I feel like, you know, Ron Paul isn't going to come out and speak about this voter fraud. You know, if you don't know, he was cheated in Iowa. There's a lot of fishy things going on about Iowa. I'll put the link under the video. But the campaign doesn't seem like they're going to speak out about the fraud. And the media ain't either. So we have to go to the media, man. We have to expose the media, and I'm telling you, overnight, if we can do that, I mean, obviously it won't happen overnight, but once we get to that point, and the media has to start covering Ron Paul fairly, you'll begin to see a massive change, man. I mean, a ridiculous amount of change that'll go down to where they can't defeat us, man. They can't, no matter how many guns, no matter how many troops. You know, once the American people have this change, man, it's a wrap. It's all about the mind, man. That's where it starts at. So anyways, I hope you agree. You know, if you think I'm wrong about something or something, we can change it or some way make it better. That's what the page is for. You know, don't think I know everything or have it all the answers. But shit, man, I've been thinking about this for a long time. And I don't think that occupying Wall Street or even just putting your vote for Ron Paul is necessarily the #1 thing to do. I think right now, as an American citizen, anybody in the world, you want to change the world, you have to change the mainstream media. You have to change the perception. It's just reality. It is what it is. Anyways, I appreciate if you took time to listen. So like the page and give me some feedback. Oh yeah, I'm in the LA area, in the Los Angeles area. So if anybody's trying to get up, I want to kind of form the group over here, and then we can start to branch out or whatever. So anyways, get in contact with me. Let's get it going, and let's start this revolution. All right, peace, y'all.